Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60. Now, the plan on this video was just to get straight onto Dave's car, try and get his bumpers and possibly his door cards on today, ready for the windscreen glass tomorrow. But before I did that, I thought, oh, I'll just give my car a quick wash. And I did. I gave my car a super quick wash. This ceramic coating that JD put on it is just amazing. Like, it takes 10 minutes to wash it. I didn't even sham it, and that's how it looks. And it's already got tree bits on, unfortunately. But I sort of washed that car, and then I looked up at the X5, and I was like, oh, well, I've got the wash out. I may as well give the X5 a wash. So I gave that a wash, and it's got its first sort of spray ceramic on it, and it's looking a hell of a lot better. And then I was like, well, while we're doing the X5, I wouldn't mind seeing the other Imola red car washed. Because we've got our old man's car here today. So then I washed that one. And this is how my days drag out so much. So we've washed all three cars. They're all looking really good. And then I noticed, oh, it's locked at the moment, but the window rubber has actually come off of this lovely vehicle. So let's see if we can fix that up for him before we get onto Dave's car. So I said window rubber, but it's more like an interior door mold. But yeah, it's just looks like the glue's come away from the factory. I have some Loctite 401, which is sort of the fix all of everything inside a car. Let me give this a clean out and we'll get this stuck up. Okay, so upon trying to clean it, it actually come right away. But we have now got rid of all the loose crap. Yeah, so it's just time to glue it. Now, this Loctite 401 is brilliant if you're doing weird things like this, where you're trying to repair bits of trim. I've been using it for nearly 20 years. It is an instant adhesive. If you get it on your skin, it will take the skin off most of the time. It is a proper, good super glue. Now, I'm just going to run a very thin bead, and it is almost like water, but I'll run a very thin bead in there, and then try and glue it up. I'm not sure how I'm going to get you guys to watch this. But yeah, it also does set on contact, so if you put pressure on it, it normally sets, or it will set in heat or UV. I've seen people use UV lights to try and get it to set, but in this case, just simply holding it up and pushing it up, I reckon that's going to be enough, but let's have a crack. Alright, so it's sort of up there a bit. I've cleaned it out as much as I can. I'm going to add some of this Loctite 401 into the channel. You don't want to use much of this Loctite, and it is like water. It's very runny. And if you get it on any black leather, it does sort of leave a white stain, so you do want to be kind of careful with it. And I'm going to use masking tape to try and hold it in place. Okay, that's one door mold glued into place. Now, another reason I'm sort of doing this is Phil managed to get an original SMG shifter surround for the 330Ci models. Sorry, that's probably blown out. But we now have a sport button. So that means we'll actually be able to do a 0 to 60 and accelerate properly. But anyway, let's move on to the rest of this video and get onto Dave's car. Yeah, I like Imola red. I like Imola red. I like it a lot. Okay, let's have a look and work out what we're going to do with these bars. So we actually picked up these bumpers probably about 2 weeks ago from the panel shop. We've got the front bar here and the rear bar there. Now, when they've been painted, they have been fully, well, not fully stripped, but most, like the bar reo and everything's come off them. So I've got to work out what the bar reo is, the parking sensors, all the little trim clips, get them reassembled and get it back on the car. Well, actually, there's the rear bar reo. David got that out yesterday. And here's the car. Now, I know on yesterday's video, you saw us just about to put the sunroof in. We actually ended up working on this till about midnight again last night. But she's all coming together. Now, I'm really proud of my boot because I put all that back together. But the interior, I say interior, it's roof, sunroof, all the A, B, C pillars, back seats are in. She's getting there. It's starting to look like a car again. So we've still got to do the door cards. The front door card, we need to wait until we've got the mirrors back. So we're still waiting on them to be painted. And it's getting there, it's getting there. Let me get this bar reo put back on the bar, and we'll have a go at fitting it back up. Oh, we have also got to get the inner wheel arch in. Lots of jobs. All right. Okay, so we've got the bar there, and I thought I'd better just test fit the Rio before we fit the Rio to the bar. And this is why things take much longer than they should. So I fitted it up to the car like that, and I thought, shit, I don't think that looks level. It isn't. It's in a little bit on the right-hand side. I just got calipers. Actually, I'll show you guys. So measuring from, again, difficult to do one-handed, but measuring to the front of that bolt, to the top of the plate there, we've got 107.73. The bolt's in a similar position on this side. We've got a space there, so if we put that into the same spot, 104. So the shock absorber or impact absorber is actually crushed on this side, which means the car that this come off must have backed into something in the past. So we've got to try and find another one of them, which hopefully somewhere David's got a spare one that's going to be a matching length. So after hunting around for another one of these, I got this, which is off another undamaged car, but it was also slightly shorter than the one on the left. Then David actually said, hey, is there any adjustment in these bolts? And there is. So I've just used those bolts to pull this one in and that one out, or vice versa, and now we have a perfectly lined up Rio. So that's good. That's that one problem solved. Now, secondly, I got on to working out what clips and all those sort of things need to go into the bar before we put the Rio in. And the parking sensors, they're just easier to fit while the Rio's out. We've got the two trim panels. Now, they've been cleaned, and they were filthy. Cleaned, and I've put a water-based plastic rejuvenation product on there. I'd like to use a silicone-based product because it'll last a lot longer, and this will essentially just wash off on the rain. But because it's going to go back to the panel shop, I know panel shops hate silicone, so I won't put any silicone on the car. But yeah, it's got them looking from this to that nice shiny black finish again. Now, the issue with the parking sensors, this bar has actually come off a silver car. Dave purchased it because it was a good condition rear bumper, and obviously this one got smashed, and he used the rear bumper off the parts car because it had a tow bar hole in his other vehicle. So there's all sorts of weird stuff going on. But this was silver, and it's got silver parking sensors. So went on a bit of a hunt trying to find parking sensors, and unfortunately, the original bar that come on the M5, which we have stored here, this was the one that was on it when it had the accident, it doesn't have parking sensors. So that's a bit weird. It's got the two holes there, but they're like bigger than the normal holes. So that's a bit strange, but it doesn't actually have the parking sensors there. So this car mustn't have had rear parking sensors, and of course we didn't notice because it was all dented in the back. So I've ended up nicking the parking sensors from the parts car, which is a black car, but hopefully no one will notice. Anyway, I'm going to get the parking sensor wiring harness in, the trim panels in, the bar Rio in, and then we'll get it fitted up to the car. It's only taken 2 hours. Okay, trims are in. Rio is in and solid. Let's see if I can fit it up without scratching the car. So on this side, we have the clip for the bumper. And on this side, no clip. Gotta go and find some bits. Alright, the rear bar is on. I had to get the clip off of the parts car, but we're there. Used David to get it on because it was just a little bit too sketchy trying to do it on my own, but dude, we've got good alignment. Oh yeah. She's all level. Looks good down here. Exhaust is still bent. Gotta get the exhaust done. But now with that done, and David's finished work for the day, so he can come and help do the front. Front bar next. Easy. Is it,
Yep.
under trays?
Worry about that later.
Okay, so it does happen, but they don't need to go on right now.
Yep.
So front bar Rio, bar, headlights, and get it registered in the morning.
Yes, easy.
Right, so quick update, we're still prepping the bar. I've just got the Rio in. This is the front bar. The Rio's clipped in and solid, but the grille, the way that the grills are actually mounted to the bars, they must melt down these tabs, and of course, because this got removed to get painted, the tabs are all gone. So we're going to epoxy it in, aren't we, Dave? Just mixing the epoxy up just to hold it in place whilst it's doing 400 kilometers an hour, which it will do, yeah?
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
It's supercharged, remember?
Well, I can't explain where the time goes. So the grill is now the Aerodite, the epoxy's settled. The bar is now ready to go on. Now, while we were getting the bar ready, or letting the epoxy dry, we thought we'd just clean the pod filter. So that is now, that's just drying out, but she's all fresh. Although I reckon it might be time to replace it. She looks pretty crushed. And then, whilst that was happening, I thought we'll get the headlights ready. So the car come with two really nice looking headlights, but the passenger side one in the accident got damaged. They're actually aftermarket headlights and they're not HIDs. Now David has the headlights out of the parts car, which are these ones here. They're a bit faded, but with some polishing up they'll come up good. The first one I've grabbed to fit, and I've just put the M5 trim on it. The actual headlight's damaged. So I've spent a little while trying to fix that, but I don't know how these shows rebuild cars in like a week, because we've done hardly anything to this, but to do it properly has taken so long, so much cleaning and fixing and repairing. It's crazy. So a quick iPhone video on the headlight update. Basically the bit that's broken is all of these pits here, which connect the adjuster to the headlight frame. There's actually, I'm gonna have to double check that. There's 2 points of adjustment. I think it's still connected, it's just the one. So we should be good. I can't see anything else that's broken anyway. Anyway, I've pulled this one out of the smashed front headlight from the M5. So this one's all good. And I'm hoping I can get it down and up and screwed onto the adjuster. It's gonna be a miracle, but we'll try. I'll let you know how we go. All right, so another quick update on Project Headlight Repair. Hopefully you can see down in there, but we have managed to reconnect the adjuster. So now when we shake the headlight, it's all solid. Unfortunately, there are still a few bits of the old adjuster trapped inside, and you can see a couple of bits of white plastic. I'll keep trying to fish them out, but worst case, you can see a bit in there. Worst case, they can just stay in there, I guess. No one's gonna notice. All right, guys, so I didn't film it because it took about another hour to fix that headlight, but they are actually solid, they adjust. The only shit thing about it is you can see the powder from where that headlight piece is all just disintegrated. And I did get that last few chunks out, which is that one there. But yeah, it's the plastic is, well, there you go. It's very brittle, it's finished. Got the bar lined up. I had to make a few tweaks to the guard, but all the panel gaps are pretty good. The only thing that's not great are these little trims under here. 2 of the clips are broken.
Yeah, they're just...
But you've got the good ones from the 535. We just didn't realise they were broken. So maybe get them to the panel shop and get them painted so you've got good ones to go on.
Yeah, hopefully we can do that.
Those headlights are going to do for now, but you might replace them. But I think, to be fair, man, there's a little bit of white dust in there. You're not going to see it. And with a headlight polish, the lens, they'll actually look fine.
Yeah, they'll look okay. Put some nice angel eyes in there, so should look nice and fresh when she's on.
So front bar's on, rear bar's on. You guys won't be able to see it because it's dark. Oh, you haven't checked the lights. How did we not check the lights? Are they going to work?
Okay.
Angel eyes work.
Look good?
Yeah. Oh, and the motors both worked as well. I saw the
Thing check.
HID's angle thing.
Sweet. That's Parker's.
Yep.
Headlights.
Ooh, I could be seeing things, but no, about the same. Yep, HIDs are working.
And then...
high beams. Indicators. Right. Left. The guard flasher's working? Yep, we got guard flasher.
Not flashing quick anymore.
Woohoo! Just while them on, I'm just going to check tail lights, make sure nothing's weird. She's nearly ready for roadworthy, Dave.
Hell yeah. So tail lights.
Yep.
And brake.
Yep. Left. Right.
Yep.
There might be a bit of an earthing issue on that right one. And that plug did look a bit dicky, so we'll just check that as well. They work. All the bulbs work, just it goes faded.
Oh, okay.
But I did see the plug was a bit corroded, so I might have to clean it. Man, she's getting there. Tomorrow, under trays, I reckon. The inner guard liner thingies.
Yep, and...
Can we put the good wheels on it yet?
I guess.
I want to see it with the right wheels. All right, guys, we're going to end it off there. It's been a long day. It's 9 o'clock. Man, where does the time go? But I'm going to get this edited, and it'll go out pretty damn quickly. Leave it there.
It's coming there. It's getting there. I've nearly got an M5 again.
Shit. All right, guys.
It's a long journey.
Thank you very much for watching. We will catch you on the next one.